Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is episode 118 of Dot Connect Wednesdays. I'm Chan Bobbitt. This is Steve Bayonne. Tonight, we about to get active. It's some big moves that's going on in the industry right now that I kind of want to bring to everybody's awareness. Um, Steve, you wanna kind of open up, will off, or you want to just get right to it?
No, let me open up because I'm gonna set a different tempo and then you can go crazy on.
Bet. Say less. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm choosing peace, man. I don't even want all that other shit. I'm chilling, so I'm gonna give y'all just something light. So this was this was sparked from what's my guy on Instagram. I got sent a post and I've been sitting on it. It's like a story. Stories are starting to become the better of the content. Not story, the scroll. What you call that on Instagram?
The carousels?
Carousels, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the better of the they're made well. When they're good, they're good. So I'm sitting with this carousel and it's super long now. Back in the days, it was like three or four. I haven't been on them in a minute. So I'm looking at all these things and I'm reading them, and it was Patrick that sent it to me. I don't know
Hmm.
If Pat is on here. Pat, good looking. So I'm processing it because they had images too, so it was good and it wasn't a whole lot of text. It was real small at the bottom, and it was about sovereignty. And the message he sent to me in the DM when he sent me the post was, "Yo, they starting to talk about it now, right? So now the post is coming his way." So he shares it with me, and I'm looking at it. So I've probably been on it for like 2 days now. So I was like, you know what? Let me just let me process it, and I'll rock with y'all on this one. So this is the sovereign individual now. I'm telling you, man. You guys gonna be like, yo, this guy is genius. I've been talking this, right? So it
Facts.
said, so this is a quote that floats around. Geography becomes about lifestyle optimization rather than economic necessity. Think about that. Geography, right? The thing we may live for or live somewhere, right? Becomes about lifestyle optimization and rather than economic necessity, right? We just doing shit out of pure necessity, right? Working, I have to work here, that we have to do this, and everything's kind of tied around that job. Okay. Not lifestyle optimization. Those are two different things. Those are two different people now. So that's where we're at right now. All right. I had to find hope in this shit because there's some days I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? This shit is just crazy. So people aren't moving just for jobs anymore. Okay. They're moving for an alignment, right? You're starting to see that shift for peace, for purpose, for health, um, and autonomy. So now you got more reasons why you move. Most times if the job tells you, yo, champ, you got to go to Sweden, we're moving the office, or you're running the head, yo, you out. You're not even thinking about nothing.
Yeah, you
They
out.
take care of the house, like they'll do all sorts of stuff to get you out there. You'll never question that. But the minute it comes down to the design for yourself, you got a whole bunch of shit to say. All right, so walk with me. So, and this is all because, and the reason for the change is technology has really detached us from work or a work location. Technology now, right? So you can be valuable anywhere in the world. I just need y'all to understand that shit. So the old system trained us to believe that stability came from like proximity, right? Makes sense. Live near your job, live near your bank, right? Live near all the things, right? But now shit's changed, so people get rewarded for like mobility now, right? You don't have to be in one place. Um, adaptability, right? Commerce is moving. It's not stuck in the office. So understand. So the people who can navigate cultures, okay, jurisdictions, technologies, okay, they're going to be the ones to gain the advantage in this new economy that's coming. Okay, and it's global. All right. So I'll break it down. If you can earn online, you could bank globally, right? Think about that. You could earn online, you could bank globally, and you could live locally, right? You stepped outside of a traditional system. So when I'm looking at the shit I'm doing in Colombia, I'm like, it's a bit backwards to not be there already, to be doing things there. But the flexibility of being able to make money online, champ, gives me the ability to be flexible. See what I'm saying? I just have to bring the work with me. That couldn't happen if I was in an office.
Mhm.
So think about all the opportunities that we don't even know, that probably even haven't been even created yet, because you're gonna have a new type of person out there now taking all sorts of risks. See what I'm saying? Like resorts would not have been a thing in the old system. You wouldn't have had time. If you didn't have the flexibility, you definitely wouldn't have been able to do it overseas because you wouldn't have had the information,
Yep.
right? Yeah, they might have been some flights, but that wasn't the connection points back then. I'm telling you, champ, we at a super advantage right now. We just gotta not focus. That's why I'm trying not to focus on that other shit,
Right.
right? Because when I'm sitting with this type of stuff, I'm like, oh, okay. So that's sovereignty in motion, right? I just interviewed a girl from Kenya today. If you guys got the notification on YouTube, go watch that one. That one's a good interview. She's a relocation specialist in Kenya, and you're gonna see some big things coming out of her and myself at the top of the year. So there's this book. Write this thing down, guys, and I haven't read it yet. I just came across it through that post. It's called "The Sovereign Individual." All right, let me find exactly because there might be some other stuff. So let me get you the let me get you right. Again, I haven't read it yet, but it basically, and I'll tell you what it did. The Sovereign Individual, Mastering the Transition to the Information Age. James Dale Davidson, and there's a couple of authors. Don't ask me again. Ask it in the chat in the academy. All right. So the book predicted the exact moments, um, the collapse of the welfare state, the decentralization of money it mentioned in the book. I haven't read it yet. All right. So I'm giving y'all the assignment to grab that book or the audio book and just read or listen to it by the next Dot Connect. All right. And if you don't got nothing to say, don't even come on the Dot Connect because that's all we're going to talk about. Okay. So that's where we're headed to now and fast, right? So the future won't belong to people who are clinging to systems. I'm telling you, I'm on to something, champ, with the sovereignty operating system situation.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this might be the biggest. This might be the biggest product. This one might be the biggest product.
Let's go.
So the future is not going to belong to the people who cling to the old systems. It's going to belong to the ones who learn how to operate beyond them. I always told you, stay flexible,
Be flexible.
right? To think like sovereign entities, mobile, adaptable, and free. That's the key, guys. All right. So you don't wait for permission to live differently. No one's giving you permission to just do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? They trying to keep us inside these systems. So You don't need validation to leave a system either, guys. I'm just letting you know that shit now. Like even what Champ and I are doing right now, like you don't need validation to leave a system. Okay. Um, that doesn't serve you. So I need y'all to start asking better questions. Or just start asking some fucking questions. Where can I live that supports my peace and potential? Write that down. Where can I live that supports my peace and my potential? How can I earn in multiple currencies? How can I protect my energy, my assets, and family from volatility of the system? Because leaving's not the problem. It's about the building. So we're building networks, not jobs, guys. You got to use different terminologies now. It's freedom. It's not to escape. You got to see it differently. Because it'll make you feel like, oh, you shitting on America. It's like, nah, you gotta reframe that. So that's what the fuck we doing here at the academy. Connecting the dots between the economy, technology, and sovereignty now. Boys, catch up yet?
Let's go. He in that mode. Let's go.
So, guys, the truth is the system isn't really collapsing, man. We got to look at it differently. It's just transitioning. I don't want to be part of a collapse. Fuck that. So we can't be processing the dumb shit they saying in the way they saying it because it doesn't work to be repeating that stuff that way. So I no longer identify with a collapse. Love.
All right, y'all. Well, that was Dot Connect 118. Yo, for real, man. Like that's the energy. Like that's fire. And that's the wake up call. That's what's truly needed. Truthfully. This other stuff that I'm about to cover, this is groundbreaking, breaking news. It's exciting. It's those things that kind of fuel you to keep you fully immersed, right? Because they show change, they show innovation in all things. They show the progress from the old to the new. But what Steve just covered, that's the true gem, right? That's the isolated moves that are vital to our thriving, right? And not being subjected to whatever it is that they conjure up. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm still gonna cover a couple of these things, but this is impactful. And Steve, thank you. I appreciate you for spearheading just all of these things because they're making me sharper. You know what I mean? I can see the change in you even more. It's making you even sharper. You know what I mean? You walk around with that big voice. You know what I mean? So now it's game time now. So let's get it, man. My guy. Oh yeah.
That hoodie. If you don't know and you haven't been around, this is like my thing. Like when I throw this on, it's
It's time.
yeah, yeah. We just got to reframe, man. And then this is listen that Mercury retrograde shit. That shit is only rocking people who need to be rocked. Fuck that. I'm flowing with it.
Hmm.
Yeah. You just better just rethink, retool, reevaluate. This ain't the time to be moving forward. You're gonna be in this for about 3 weeks. I'm flowing with it. I'm retooling. I'm 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 reframing. I'm reforming my words to not use the shit that they putting out there. That shit matters, man.
Yeah.
Collapse. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Because if it was a collapse, then everybody hurts. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Nah.
Yeah.
I ain't feel the earthquake.
It's on the way, but it's the good transition. It's the storm, and then afterwards is it's the beautiful rainbow, the beautiful scenery that kind of comes afterwards. You
I've
know.
been through this already. Like 2008, that housing situation, that shit might have hit us like in 10 or 11.
Hmm.
That's how wild the ripple effects were from that.
Yeah,
Prior to that, I was up.
and that's
Like
wild. Two,
I,
2 years afterwards.
listen, I'm
Wow.
telling you, I've watched the whole system unravel. You know what I'm saying? And then I got rocked because of lack of information, but I kept moving.
Hmm.
But knowing what I know now, that's why I'm like, nah, we've been setting this shit up,
Yeah.
right? It's just we never put anything away for it, not even a rainy day, a sunny day, and like everything was spent back in those days.
Word.
Yep. But we also made money. We weren't out here hurting people,
Yeah.
so we're a little
Put
smarter than the prior generations. But yeah, so now you start to learn this investment world, and this is kind of where we at. So guys, this is this Mercury retrograde that we in. Just chill out, man. Sit down, just do the work. Nah, I'm being honest with y'all. Like, just do the fucking work, man.
down device.
Whatever it is, you know what it is. Like, I don't even gotta I don't know what it is for y'all, but if you know what it is, just fix it. I'm telling you, man. If by 2026 you're not taking accountability for shit, good luck. Good fucking luck, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't even got the time or the patience for it anymore. So that's how I know I'm in the I don't give a fuck mode right now. And then everything that's landing around me is everything I need. People, places.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm up, man. I gotta coming for Africa next year too. So I'm get the fuck out of here soon. Put it that way.
Expansion.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This place ain't good for your soul, man. Your peace.
Yeah.
It's dumb. There's no other place. Like people are like, I got guys all over the world now, and they're like, yo, we don't know what's going on, man. We don't watch TV. They don't report it like that. I'm like, shit, this shit is on fire. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, it's not really happening if you're not paying it no attention.
Mhm.
So because we got to pay it attention, we're just gonna reframe and reform our words. My wife been teaching me that shit. It was hard. I was slow to pick up, on words. I'm like, whatever. But she was right.
She was right. Yeah.
Yeah. But I had to take my bumps in the road though.
Yeah.
So I'm here now. Fuck going on with this JPMorgan coin, man.
Oh man. So you know what? It's a perfect segue, man. Let's get into it because I wanted to bring that to them today. So yesterday was the official announcement, but I'm a break this down clearly, simply, and without the illusion.
Well, before that, because I'm gonna just let you go crazy.
All
Yo,
right.
so a friend of Champ is a friend of mine inside of IG right now.
Uh-huh.
Long story short, the guy plays small caps and things like that. He's like, yo, you might want to check out this JP coin situation. So I knew the story of JP dropping, but the meme coin missed me with it. All right, I got a few dollars sitting over there on Phantom Wallet. It's on the base network. I made the transaction. I did $300. If I would have did it at the time that he gave me earlier, because at the time I was just like, I think I went to go do it a little bit after, and I didn't have ETH, and I'm like, I can't with this shit. So I
Word.
had to get ETH to finish the transaction. So I came back to it. I put $300. I'm up to 675 right now. I would have been up over probably close to 3,000 if I would have hit it earlier because the numbers were like low. So with that said, I'm in the JP coin right now, and this was a low cap play that's been around for a while, and like just about ground level, it did like 3,000% already. Okay,
Insane.
so I'm gonna give you guys this one because I just got into this one. So if you want to do it, you can figure it out. Go to Deck Screener, or if you want, I'll drop it in chat. So this particular one is called Penny. You know what happened today with the penny? No longer making a penny. I kid you not. This is what these guys do. They follow the news. There's already a coin that's created. You watch the coin go from like 3,000, market cap to like 30,000 in a couple hours, and you own 1% of it. And because of that news, that particular coin is poised to do something. And I had Penny on my watch list probably like months ago, and I used to play around with it a little bit. And it was on my watch list because at the time they said they were going to get rid of the penny. So I'm
Hmm.
not even going to tell you how short it was then. They don't even calculate money. Like this, you might be the only guy with money inside the shit. You and like two of the owner. So if y'all want to get involved in Penny, just drop a one in the chat, and then Champ, you can just grab the what you were gonna do.
Yeah,
And I'll drop the play to y'all, but y'all got to figure the rest out. I'm not like if you got Phantom Wallet, you can kind of get through the whole motions. It's these are on the base network. This
yeah,
Penny.
yeah. They ready. It's a
All right,
bunch of ones. They flooding the chat right now.
I'm gonna give it to them too. All right, go ahead, Champ.
All right, my God. All right, so today, well, yesterday, JP Morgan launched JPM Coin, right? This is a blockchain-based deposit token that basically settles money in seconds on Coinbase's base network. All right. Now, on the surface, this looks like the banks are finally embracing crypto, right? But you need to understand what's actually happening. And I'm going to give you guys a lot of context. This is not simply about joining the crypto revolution. It's about absorbing it because Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, he has never liked Bitcoin. I've covered this in multiple episodes. He's on record saying this in multiple interviews. The sound bites exist all over social media, so you guys can find this on your own. Now, he called it a fraud, he called it a scam, a useless asset, a tool for criminals, etc. Right?
That's
And
Bitcoin though. He was right.
that was Bitcoin. He was only talking about Bitcoin, not crypto as a whole. So, yes, Steve, you 100% spot on. And he mocked Bitcoin for years, even up till right now. But right now, what just happened? His bank is launching its own blockchain money, not Bitcoin, not a decentralized asset, a controlled, permissioned, trackable digital dollar with the bank still sitting in the middle of the transaction. JPM Coin is not a stable coin, right? It's a deposit token, a digital claim on money that JP Morgan still fully owns and manages. That's the point. Jamie Dimon does not want Bitcoin because essentially, quote unquote, Bitcoin is freedom money, right? It's supposed to remove the banks. He wants the blockchain without the rebellion, right? He wants the technology, not the quote unquote freedom talk. So the banks basically they studied the code and then they rebuilt it in their image, how they seen it, right? First they laughed at crypto as a whole, and then now you starting to see that adoption. These guys are the big dogs, the big players in the room with this big amount of capital, and they have the influence, they have the scalability. These guys are recreating it in their own image and what they like, just without the decentralization aspect, right? And that's the one key component that made crypto as a whole powerful, right? And blockchain. So many people kind of approach this crypto thing and they say blockchain and Bitcoin is the escape route, right? But what these big dogs have done is they turned it into a new set of rails with the same gatekeepers waiting at the end. So just to be clear, JPM Morgan, this coin is not a breakthrough. It's literally a barcode. It's programmable, it's permission, it's monitored. It can be approved, denied at any given moment. This is why it's going to settle instantly. It's going to work 24/7. So I looked at some of the documents today. I haven't had the opportunity to truly deep dive, but as I'm looking at the thing on the surface level, the instant settlement is cool, right? It's efficiency. The institutions are going to love it because it's able to settle money efficiently and fast. But at the end of the day, it's programmable money, and programmable money is controlled. So here's the real shift. Like the banks realized that they can't stop crypto whatsoever. They realized they couldn't crush the movement. It was too powerful. It got adopted too fast, and the people were behind it. So what they did was the next best thing to them. They absorbed it. They regulated it. They refashioned it to fit their already pre-existing narrative, their empire. That's not decentralization. That's not innovation. That's digitized centralization, right? And these institutions didn't formally adopt crypto just yet. They kidnapped the technology behind it. They dressed it up in a suit. They made it corporate, and they told the world that this was progress. And the people are essentially going to see these headlines because they don't know, they're not well versed. So they're just going to cheer for it because it's fast, it's convenient, it's frictionless. But convenience is always going to be the softest form of control. This is, in essence, the phase two of the financial reset. This is where your money moves faster, but your freedom is going to move slower. Where your wallet is digital, but somebody else is holding the switch. Where blockchain essentially becomes the backbone of the entire system, not to free you, but to manage you, to keep eyes on you. And Jamie Dimon, he does not hate crypto. He just hates losing control. That JPM Morgan coin is 100% proof. Blockchain is here and it's here to stay. There's no doubt about that. But so is the blueprint for this new cage, this new jail that they're trying to put us in. So you guys got to understand the shift way before it begins to understand you. Long story short, this JPM Morgan coin is not going to be the problem solver. It's just going to be another piece to the grand scheme of digitizing everything that we traditionally have known. All right. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I will do a crypto in 10, so all of the Skyton members, and I'll probably make that one public. But I'm gonna connect some big dots on that one. So be on the lookout for that. All right, let me let some couple people in the room. Now we're gonna move on because there's some big news that I'm excited about. All right, so this one is a bank. This is a huge nugget. This is a bank that becomes the first in the United States to offer crypto trading. SoFi, SoFi, is a nationally chartered U.S. bank. It officially became the first bank in America to let customers buy, sell, hold, exchange cryptocurrencies directly inside their banking app. Now, this is not through an exchange, not through a third party. It's right inside their checking, savings, investing account. That's huge. So, what this means is the moment you open up your SoFi app, you can see your dollars, stocks, your savings, and then now you'll be able to see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana all in one place. Now, all of the three that I just named, the only reason that they are listing those is because, they have dominance. Solana, I don't know how it kind of snuck in, but that's a institutional play. Those guys love the speed. So, they're offering that. But the CEO, Anthony, I think his name is Anthony Noto, he basically had an interview on CNBC the other day, and he said that this is just the initial launch and release. There are going to be a multitude of crypto assets, and the users are going to be able to suggest exactly what it is that they want, and they're going to provide it. So this is just the beginning. All right. So this is huge news. Now, this truly matters because this is the first real bridge between the traditional banking that we've already experienced, all the pain points that we go through, and now digital assets. But this is under federal regulation. So think about it like this: we've seen PayPal, Robinhood, Cash App, all of these guys. They've been doing these same plays. They've had cryptocurrency already, right? So that's not the aha moment. It's just the fact that none of those guys were banks whatsoever. They were just third party. They were fintechs. SoFi is a FDIC insured bank, right? It operates under a full national bank charter, and that makes this move a major shift in how crypto is going to be regulated, viewed, and offered to the people. So think about it. For years, people said that crypto was like too risky, it was unregulated, and now that same exact system that they call unsafe, they're offering it to the people. That's not just ironic, that's confirmation. This signals that crypto has entered the mainstream financial system. Banks are no longer going to be standing on the sidelines watching crypto grow and emerge and products be created at the drop of a dime, and they're not in. So they've joined officially. And once one bank does it, this is going to be a domino effect. So the others are on the way. All right. This also marks a huge turning point for trust. And that's the biggest part. So far they ran a a poll, and it says 60% of their users said that they rather trade crypto with a licensed bank rather than a crypto exchange. So you remember it, and I'm gonna tip my hat to Steve for this one. Steve always was telling everybody, he said, this is deeper than crypto exchanges. The banks are no, what you said, the banks are the crypto exchange, are the new exchanges, but it's
Yeah,
gonna be consolidated and it's only gonna be the big players. And you're starting to see that right now. Like, think about that. After years of all the collapses that we had FTX, we had Celsius, BlockFi, we had all of these things that happened. Like, people want quote unquote bank level confidence, and the banks already have their own flaws. We already know, especially banks like JP Morgan, right? They get caught up in all kinds of schemes, and it's like it's a perception thing. But people feel truly safer when there's some sort of regulation, oversight, and a regulating body, basically that will give some sort of protection behind their assets. So for the everyday person, this is basically going to simplify everything. Like you won't need five to 10 different apps if you're a SoFi customer. And this is just the beginning of it, right? So we're foreshadowing. Um, you won't need all these apps to be able to manage your money, your investments, your crypto, all things, right? It's all going to be under one roof. That's what financial evolution looks like. All right. And SoFi is not going to stop here. Like I said, they plan on they're going to launch a US dollar stable coin. They've got a blockchain power remittance product that's coming out. They've got crypto integrating lending products, so DeFi, institutional DeFi. And basically, this means like your future mortgage, your car loans, your business loans, all things that currently exist, they're being modernized and it can be partially secured or repaid using crypto, using digital assets. So this is bigger than SoFi, but this is an indicator of the beginning of banking with blockchain. It's the true line between traditional finance and crypto disappearing, right? And
bro,
it
we did a whole talk on that like months ago. Remember?
right, and that was the OCC flow. Yep.
Robinhood, the future of banking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to go
Yep.
back to that one.
Absolutely. Yo, if you could find that while I'm willing this off, that's a good talk for people to watch to get them context. That was a fire talk. They need that. So, all in all, what I say is welcome to the new financial era. This is traditional banking and digital assets. It is officially the sum, the future of finance. All right. Now, this is huge news, and somebody in the comments kind of spearheaded this. So Telcoin just made history, right? This is the hugest shift, and this is news that I've been waiting for. And right on this news, it's exploded. If somebody that's on this call inside Zoom, you could drop it in the chat, the price of Telcoin right now, and tell me or take a screenshot so I can see how much it's appreciated, right? Give me over the year to date, change it to 1 year. All right. So while they're doing that in the chat, Telcoin officially has been granted the final charter approval by the Nebraska Department of Banking and Finance to launch the Telcoin Digital Asset Bank. This is the first true digital asset depository institution here in the United States. This is not a crypto company pretending to be a bank. It's a regulated American bank that issues stablecoins directly from within the United States banking system. That changes everything. All right. So Telcoin, they got a flagship product. I don't know if you guys are all familiar with it, but it's called EUSD. And it is now positioned to become the first ever bank issued on-chain US dollar stablecoin, right? Not offshore, not unregulated, not backed by some mysterious mystery reserves. It's actually backed by US deposits, short-term treasuries that's all held inside of a regulated bank in the US. All right. So this is the new category of digital money. And Telcoin is calling it digital cash, right? It basically moves at the speed of the internet while basically maintaining the trust of the banking system, if you will. All right. And for the first time, US customers can now connect their traditional bank accounts directly to blockchain-based finance. And this is full compliance with the regulators. So that's the bridge everybody said was impossible, and Telcoin officially built it. Now, there's one act that is about to get passed. We're still in government shutdown, but I think they just voted on it. it's about to be all systems go. And the first thing that's on their agenda is the Genius Act. Um, with the Genius Act and Telcoin, that's the federal green light for digital money. And I want you guys to look at the timing. The timing is insane. All right, so Congress just passed the Genius Act, right? That was the first real federal framework for stablecoins and digital assets. The government finally provided the guardrails, and Telcoin they stepped into that lane, right? With a with a federal regulated institution that was ready to launch 100%. That was strategic alignment. The future of money is 100% going to be digital, regulated, and blockchain based. And Telcoin just gave the blueprint. So now, when you start looking at banks and what is about to happen with the financial system, you start to look at the products that exist, right? Traditional banks, they've always been terrified of DeFi. Regulators were always terrified of stablecoins draining bank liquidity. So they were basically at war with one another, right? So under the Biden administration, this was one of the points of contention. It was always war behind how the money was going to flow, how it was going to be regulated, because they're scared they're going to go out of business, right? But with this move right here, and I gave Telcoin super long ago. I got into this project maybe 2015, 16, I believe it was, maybe 16. Um, and the price was like a stable coin. I'm not gonna lie to you. It stayed stable for the longest. It just wouldn't move. But what they were building, it wasn't about a short-term play. It wasn't about a short-term price bite. And even during the bull run, yeah, it ran up, but it came quickly back down and it hovered around that same point. And I should have had a sticky note pulled up so I could show y'all. But long story short, it wasn't about the price for them. They, from the beginning, have always said they're trying to build something that is game changing for the world. And they wanted to start here in the United States. And they literally proved their point. They were the first out the gate to actually do this. So Telcoin actually solved both problems that both parties was having, right? They're a bank, they can hold deposits, right? So that's one thing. They can issue digital dollars that's regulated and backed by those deposits, right? And they're legally authorized to connect Americans to DeFi. So now this is when the fun is literally about to start. This is unprecedented. They were the first out the gate to support direct access to DeFi.
They're up
Instance, yo,
61.
yo.
They're up 61% today in the last 24 hours.
61% off this news. This was what we told y'all about. And if you go back, I should have did this. So this on me. I should have looked when that call was when we gave that play out and we gave the breakdown. But it was about the OCC waiting for this approval. And when we brought it to everybody's attention, we told y'all what to do with it. So everybody who kind of, executed in that moment, you did your research, you know, you up.
Shit, that was it Shakira?
Sharika, yep.
Sharika, that was Sharika that sent me something.
Yep.
And she sparked it back up again. And right when we bought it to you guys, they had got that approval. Nobody talked about it at the time. The market wasn't moving, so it didn't. It's like it didn't happen.
Absolutely.
But I'm like, nah, this was what you call this is the that's the framework for the banks now.
Yep.
It was approved already. So now you're seeing SoFi. SoFi is gonna blow past Robinhood in a minute.
Yeah, I can see that a
And
hundred
SoFi, I'm
percent.
telling you, man, they got a good basket of stuff. They're gonna grab this. They're gonna be in that crypto stuff, bro. They're gonna be holding a lot of crypto.
Yeah.
They're gonna run the score up.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna run the score up, guys. It's gonna be like a liquidity shock, man. It's
That's
gonna
the exciting part about, watching news materialize and when you see it early, you know what I mean? And it happens, you just kind of see the commotion, the excitement. And this stuff is just it's a given, man. We knew this months and months ago. So this is it, man. And shout out to Sharika Nefertati.
yeah. And she took a picture from a plane she was on, and it was like
Yeah,
coin logo, and I'm like, listen, you ain't got to say nothing more. I went, and we got more.
that's
We had a good amount, but
that.
got more. So there's a there's a new report that claims that Black Americans lag in investing knowledge.
Mm,
This is what's going around now. Critics say the system keeps us financially blind. So, a new financial report reveals that Black Americans continue to trail behind other groups in investing knowledge and participation. The study blames limited access to financial education, historical barriers, and systemic exclusion from wealth building tools. Sounds like the academy. Wait till them
facts.
wallets wake up, man. That's why
This guy, the hedge fund. Let's go.
straight up. Picking out islands and all types of shit right now. Y'all bugging. Um, so critics argue that this isn't about ability, it's about opportunity. Generations have been locked out of markets, kept financially blind by institutions that profit off our lack of access. So if we not spending there, we're spending somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Yeah.
That's the part they control. So they're saying closing the gap starts with financial literacy and ownership. What they don't know about us?
No, they definitely know. Shit, they wouldn't exist without us.
That's that's what's his name? That's Boyce Watkins.
Mm,
I don't
intelligent.
I don't rock with him though.
Yeah, intelligent brother.
He's smart, but I don't rock with him, man. The guys, them dudes is from a different generation.
Yeah. School of thought too. Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a true story about this guy. So we're sitting at a table in Detroit. There was an event that I went, a real estate event I went to, and he was there. So, just trying to connect with that whole world of these black developers and stuff in the city. So we're sitting at the table, and we get to talking. I'm, talking about crypto. That's my jam. And he's a financial literacy. I mean, yeah, financial literacy guy. He has classes and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Things. So I'm like, yeah, just tell me the importance of it. He's like, yeah, I got this thing. I got this app. I think it's like Coinbase. Let me see if I remember my password. I'm like, that's not supposed to be on a exchange. So long story short, he didn't know anything about anything. And I gave him my number. I was like, yo, just hit me, man. At the least I'll get you right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Never heard from him. Took a picture with him. Never be seen again or heard from. Right? Which cool. Then from time to time I see him like talking about crypto and having like a class or something. Like, but bro, I don't know, man. That I'm not saying he didn't get the knowledge in the time. I'm just saying that shit don't make no sense to me.
Yeah. Especially when you know
So yeah,
what.
there's gonna be a lot of these financial guys. I would say in the next like 3 to 6 months, you're gonna start to hear like a lot of people talking about cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? Um,
Who teaching y'all?
it's
What was your line? Who's teaching y'all?
but it's 7% of the world population they're saying right now.
Mm,
That's just under around 600 million people. And we don't even know how well they're invested. It's just it could be anything. One big, 0.00 of a Bitcoin.
mm,
Because there's a ton of those guys on that network like that.
straight up.
Um, Now, I got to take those questions I said seriously from earlier, so we could deliver the news. But yeah, I got to start the you got to start the reframe stuff. So, um, again, the question is, where can I live that supports my peace and potential? How can I earn in multiple currencies? And then how can I protect my energy, my assets, my family from the volatility of the system? Yeah, you got to sit with that one. And you got to get that book. I'm sure somebody's going to say, what book?
What book? Yeah. You know it's coming.
Right, right. And 15 minutes late, then they're like, what book? Better go back and watch the beginning.
Facts.
But I'll give the book one more time. I haven't listened to it. I'm an audiobook guy. The sovereign individual mastering the transition to the information age. So these guys were prophesizing what's about to happen, what's happening, and what's about to happen. So maybe we might be able to learn something from this.
Mhm.
But I don't think we're far off. And they're pointing out the times in history that this shit's happened. So it's not a collapse; it's a transition.
Transition, that's it.
It feels a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Exciting times ahead, Chan. So I'm done. I'm done. I think I gave everything I had. What you thinking? Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gave two plays out.
2 plays today. Yeah.
I haven't done that in a while.
Yep.
Champs guy got me down a whole rabbit hole today. I'm like, yo, I can't believe this, man. It's the base network. Then I needed ETH, right? And I'm like, oh my God, you still need ETH to like move money? Like what? It's the dumbest system.
Still, bro. As I said, these things is going to change fast, but it's just one of those things we kind of got to navigate in the right now.
I'm telling you guys, the second phase is happening right now. Once this comes, that little bit you make, if you pull anything, you want to get them into those um, kind of when it hits the consumer market, the V chains, the things that we're going to start to see, you know, uh, uh, we'll start to see the projects, right? You can't really see the XRP infrastructure,
Yeah.
but when V chain is connected to like boxing gloves and there's an event where they can score things, and then you hear, oh, the technology sponsored by V chain, you're going to be like, oh, okay. And then watch when the masters catch up. A minute Kramer and this is going to be stupid, man. The whole script is going to change,
Yeah,
literally.
for
You're
sure.
going to be handed a new script. I'm like, all right, Kramer gonna be that guy in here doing the same dumb shit. Play the opposite.
Complete opposite. Yeah, man.
So
Nah.
get the book, sit with those three questions, and that's gonna be our we got any non-members on here?
If you are not a member of Skyton Academy, do us a favor and drop a one in the chat. YouTube, you as well.
Nothing.
I don't see nothing yet on YouTube. And let me see in here.
All right, so then this is like a members only.
Okay.
Well, no, the replays have been good.
Okay. So we got a couple on the YouTube side. Appreciate y'all. Welcome to Dot Connect as we flow and get busy over here. Greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, guys, there's not really much time though, man. When you start looking at the speed of like how fast they're moving right now, like Europe is just tripping. But they're also protesting out there too, so
Yeah.
you get one side of the story, they sound all defiant, like, yeah, by this date, no more. And I'm like, what, who are they talking to like this? They're not even trying to like ease it into that country, the EU.
Yeah, yeah. Now they're making declarations and laws like that and
Yeah.
just subjecting people to that nonsense.
You're gonna need digital ID to access cryptocurrency by 27, they said. They're gonna push it up.
That's wild.
So guys, that's been the holdup, really. It's like you got to tie a whole framework around this. They can't just let it go crazy and it not be controlled. Because think about if this thing did open up to the world with all the scams that go on in here, people would be getting smoked though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you do got to wrap some sort of regulations around this thing, man. Like, yeah, look at this coin. I'm almost up crazy.
I can't believe that joint moving like that.
Listen, this is the plane ticket to Colombia. That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, let's go.
This is it. And then tomorrow it can all go to shit too. So that's the great part about this
Yep.
last game.
What what's the talk? What's the slogan? Seafood, eat food.
this is dumb though, guys. By no means am I endorsing what I'm saying right now. All right, I'm just letting y'all know. This is one of Champ's guys got to me, and then just 2 days of like rabbit hole stuff and literally making money doing it. But it's pretty genius in the way they can spot those low caps. I mean, with like no money in and just on the name and the news cycle alone can cause a contagion.
Joint take off, yeah.
You're talking about putting 20, 30, 40, $50 and you get 1% of the supply. Yo, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna hit one of those things. Now you went on it too, champ, but you definitely got to hit a couple of those things soon. But I'll
Yeah,
share once the information comes. I'm gonna put it in notifications for those of you who don't go crazy, guys. Like, trust me, just hit something and then just use that to just keep building on it.
yeah,
But so far, he's been spot on with this stuff.
that's
It just
dope.
takes time to spot them.
Yeah,
These guys know the trends and stuff, so it's cool. I was trying to get him on the platform, like, yo, you might want to come in and
yeah. I talked to him. He's so secretive. You know what I mean? But yeah, nah, we'll definitely rock. We'll get him on deck. Um, Yeah, nah, but so for everybody that's on the YouTube side and you're watching us, you're tuning in, it's your first time, or you've been with us watching us for a couple times and you're not a part of Skiting Academy. Right now, we have a $1 trial for you all to join. SkitingAcademy.com. Click the enroll button, sign up. You'll get full access to everything. Your first month is $1. Every month after that is $50 a month. We're not handcuffing you guys to the membership. You can cancel whenever you need to. But the time is now. Decisions have to be made because the transition is happening in front of everybody's faces. So if you need a crypto home and you need a home for, you know, freedom thinkers, that sovereign flow, Skiting Academy is your home. All right. You see what we do on these calls, so imagine what we do on a day to day. All right. Now, Steve, you gave them two gems. I'm gonna get him one. I'm gonna get him one. So there was some news, and I shared this post with Steve. So there was some news about Apple introducing a digital ID, right? Don't fall for it, guys. Basically, it's a way for them to create and present an ID inside of your Apple Wallet. Now, at the end of the day, this is you're relinquishing your identification to some system that you have no control over, that you don't know who has I guess the safeguards to and all things like. Don't give up your information. Your data is what's most important outside of your life. You actually breathing. No matter how convenient they make it seem, no matter all the benefits that they may try to throw at you, no, no. All right. And these are the type of things that we always tell you guys about. You have to use discernment. You have to stay on your P's and Q's because this is the time of the digital transformation. Everything is going to be about giving up something for something. And they'll wrap everything up in the sweetest piece of cake or candy that they possibly can. And at the end of the day, you end up getting hit with the nonsense at the tail end. So ultimately, do not give up your identification. Do not allow these people to store your identity, your passport, your ID, travel document, any of that stuff. It's over for that. All right. But there's a play that's connected to that. And I want you guys to do your own research. This is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Um, there is a play that is connected to MasterCard, right? And it's called Humanity Protocol. The ticker is H. Right now, it's 17 cents. All right. The ticker is H, as in hotel, just H. And it's called Humanity Protocol. All right. Look into that. Um, look into that, do your research, you know what I mean, and see how it connects. I'll do a crypto intent on this for all the members, so you guys will be able to get some more context as well. But I do want y'all to use what we taught y'all in the courses in the curriculum to be able to deep dive, break down that project, and then we'll talk about it as a collective, and then I'll shoot the crypto intent. All right. Steve, you got anything else for him before we take him out?
we good.
All right, bet. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, tonight wasn't about predictions or any of the nonsense. Today was about clarity. It was about insight. It was about watching game-changing events happen with the SoFi, the Telcoin getting its approval, and even JPM launching that coin. It all points to one truth: the financial system is not coming. It's already underway. It's here right now. The banks tried to kill crypto and they couldn't. Now they're integrating it on their terms. All right. The pattern with these guys is always going to be reject the revolution and then rebuild it in their own image. But understand this: your awareness is always going to be the real leverage. The average person won't see it until it's too late. But you're not average. You're here. You're paying attention. You're locked in. All right. So we're connecting all of these dots before the headlines catch up, before the masses get into it. Steve told you it was only 7% of the global population that's invested. And even the 7%, they're not even fully dialed in. Some people might have just invested a couple dollars and left it at that. So what I want you guys to do is take this information, build upon it, stay fully immersed, strap yourselves in, and stick with Skyton as we cover these moves, we study the shifts, and we help you guys position yourself with intention. Always remember, sovereignty is not an accident, it's a decision. This is your home, this is your community. This is Connect 118. Steve, great work. Everybody out there, YouTube and on this call, love y'all. We'll see y'all 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, same time next week. All right, big love.